All right. First question: DJ Cass or was
Single or double story house?
single? Sanks or was?
Ooh.
We'll get into that. Hey, you clumsy!
You all black. These older, richer colors, who are they mentoring? Are they mentoring the next generation? Because like I thought, it's easy to mentor your family, pull them into the family business land. But who outside of that are they mentoring?
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Everyday Gents. It's your boy Captain, it's your girl Melissa, and the shadow man there, Bizzo. He's not here today. We have another guest on the show today. This brah, yeah. He's an Assegai boy. Melissa was trying to say you're not an Assegai boy.
Through and through.
Right here from Assegai Flats, the most decent flats in Wentworth.
There's no shooting.
There's no shooting. There's no nothing. There's good families that live over there. You know,
Church going
folks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Wentworth does have the potential, and Assegai Flats is an example of that. Right? You don't have any crime. He's also a DJ. He's also a father, and most recently, he became a married man. That he even signed his wedding papers with a pen that he had kept for the longest time on the first date that he ever went with his girlfriend. Who does that? We'll find out soon. Ladies and gentlemen, Cleo. How are you, bro? Cleo, you're supposed to be with us here since when?
Yo, it was... We and Bizzo spoke at the last year's get-together, Blenders get-together, and he messaged me afterwards and like, we need you on the show, and can you come to them? I'm like, yeah, but timing. That was the only thing. So fortunately, or unfortunately, I do have some time on my hands, and hopefully I'll be making another appearance after this.
And that was in November.
No, bro, it was before your shot season 3.
Look at that.
That was like last year, April.
Yeah.
So it was just a matter of timing.
Yeah. But thank you, bro. Thank you for coming on the show. For the people, many people know you, but for those who don't know you, give us a little intro into who you are. I know my intro was great.
So you say. No, yeah, Clayton, aka Kid Group, been around for a very long time. Yeah, most people know me for talking cack on Facebook. I think that's one of the things that Thomas said, yeah, we need this guy. That yeah, no, I'm gonna try not to punish your brand, but to grow it. You see, so I know there's certain topics that need to be put aside. But yeah, DJ for a very long time. I think we started back in 2004, 2005. And that's, we were playing in Panama Room, Tilt, all those places there. And it's not really something that I do. I do it once in a while. Like a few weeks ago, as I was telling you all off air, I was on the Warp Zone. I prefer doing it, not prefer, but I like doing it on like your online platforms because I can get to be myself.
Yeah.
You see, there's no restrictions or play this, don't play that. And also, I also realized that I play deep house. It's taken a backseat because of
amapiano. Hey.
Yeah. Also, as well as hip hop has taken a backseat as well because now you're playing Tevin Campbell like we had a damn baby shower. I was at one event and then every girl was singing and I was like, yo, where's my pampers? But no, it's I like what the guys in Durban are doing in terms of the party scene because they've taken it up to another level. And as I was telling you, I always speak to the Blended boys, and when they started, I said to them, boys, Durban is for the taking. And that's what they've done. So yeah, Blended boys, you know I love you.
Shout out. You asked me off air, how did we start takes? How did this whole thing get going? And I said, I want Melissa to be here when we're answering this question, because you also asked, how do we get Clumsy to join us as well? So, again, Bizo and I have conflicting memories about how this thing started, right?
Was there gin involved?
No, I'm talking about from the very beginning.
Oh,
On the
okay.
first episode, the actual episode that we started, which was episode 0, there was definitely too much journey involved. That's why the episode can never get aired. Fortunately, it's even removed from the archives. But the way we actually started, I had an idea, because we'll get into it, right? I was indoctrinated, and you don't know this, but I'll talk about this. So now Cleo is here on the show. I was indoctrinated over the years into the entertainment industry. As you know, I was a musician and stuff. Then I was supposed to bring the t-shirt here, but I couldn't find it, right? I once went on a show with Freeway Society at the peak of our height with my man Cleo here, Rookie Raj. But Rookie Raj was posing in the back room.
Yeah.
They had what was it, like a radio station or something?
This was, it is called Social Criminals.
Social Criminals.
Social Criminals is...
Yes.
I actually don't remember something.
Yes.
Social Criminals is Latin for partners in crime. Right? So this was Rookie Raj's baby. He came up, and when we became friends, I think it was a year into it, like, Clayton, I got this concept. But Social Criminals wasn't supposed to be a podcast. Social Criminals was a clothing label.
Shirt. Because I still got the t-shirt.
Yeah.
The round.
Yeah.
With the music, the book, the this, the that.
Yeah.
There.
Now, when we sat with the idea, and I told him, listen, yeah, there's something here. And we recruited Kyle Javanantham to help us with the design. Shout out to Kyle, doing amazing things up in Dubai. So, yeah, Kyle sat down with us, and then we told him what's the vision of it. And then, who was it? It was Antonio Naughty.
Yes.
And him and
Antonio
Risa, I think
was also
still
there.
BBM days, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So he says, hey, bro, like, why don't we do a podcast? This was before, like, because podcasts mainly blew up during COVID when everybody was isolated. Entertainers weren't really making money. So this was an income stream.
So like 2012 time, I think, huh?
Yeah, 2010, 2011, 2012, somewhere there. And literally, bro, it was him and Raj and Noti having a conversation, and then me getting phoned an hour later and like, listen, yeah, we're recording tomorrow. Now, Noti was on DYR, so he knew how to format everything, and he knew like what to say. Like there was certain nuances that we didn't know, like drinking Coke is a no-no when you're recording, because it can just alive and it slurs your voice. And I'm like,
Short.
I'm telling you. That's why when you ask me what do I want to drink, I sit here and have coffee.
Well then.
Eat your mango. So, and then from there, it became a platform where people would say like, listen, yeah, I'm having a party here. Would you like to come through? Knowing that we've got the platform to advertise. And that's what I asked you earlier on. Is that what is the next level for things to go to? Because there's got to be a map out to show where is it going.
So just to go back a little bit, as he's talking about whatever, right? Criminals, right? If you'll watch the Wiz episode, on the Wiz episode, I did speak about Naughty being the guy who used to manage us from our MSG days, right? So that's how I had a relationship with him, because he was working closely with Eugene and stuff like that. So Naughty took me to Double Nude Radio with Double Trouble. Yeah. So I had my first radio interview there with Double Trouble, and that's where I met Wiz and stuff, right? That's how we still had the ponytails and all of that. Fast forward, I don't know if it was Naughty or if it was Zion Marcus, but one of them got us in touch with
Zion,
right? Got us in touch with you guys.
Zion called Reese Raj, and he asked him. Well, we were like trying to get a guest like every like what you'll do, you get a guest every show. Sometimes it doesn't work out. People, as you know, with scheduling and all that. And then I remember you all came, the three of you all.
Sure.
You were nervous. Carl couldn't even talk because he's been smooth of you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But it's nice, bro. It's good exposure and it's good practice. You see? So I was a bit sore when it didn't work out at the end because we had a good run, bro. Like in terms of the events and all that, it was just going and going and going and going. And then things just fell apart at the end. So we move on to the next thing.
Yeah. So to continue from that story, that was one of the first experiences I had with the podcasting field, right? And then I keep forgetting the name of, they also had a weird name, Leroy, Domo, Sir Lenio, and them started their own podcast also.
Yeah.
But it was like a audio one.
Yeah. Do you know that podcast was even on Spotify?
Is it?
Yeah.
Because they used to send me a particular link with Rookie Raj as well.
Yeah.
Some links, I don't know it was on Spotify because they used to always share this. I forgot the name of it, but they also share this link, right? But it was a very good podcast, very, 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 very funny.
Yeah.
So I used to always be listening and all that.
You see, like Rookie Raj, bro. That man,
talented, huh?
Talented. And Rookie Raj is extremely intelligent. He is meticulous, and like I was the more creative side. He used to do like the admin side, but he was also a big hand in the, like he would come out with ideas, bro, left field, and I look at him and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's gonna work. Let's go for it.
Yeah,
because that's like when you've got this entity and you're in the media or you're trying to be in the media, you've got to be creative to be ahead of the rest. And I always look back and I think, what if we continued running with that Social Criminals podcast?
100%, bro.
And took it to the level like what you're doing now with this video and stuff like that. But yeah, in the day, and a good experience.
Yeah.
Very good experience.
So from there, especially after the Rookie Raj and Salinio and all of them is one with the audio, and then that stopped also for one reason or the other. And I was like, look, because I was leaving the music industry now, I didn't want to associate with the industry of the Freeway Society and everything that happened and whatever. I was like, I want to start something. I want to do a podcast. Before I approached Pizzo officially, I spoke to Melissa. How did I get in contact with you? Was it over Facebook? Was it over?
You loved it. One of our jokes on Facebook.
No, he sent me a message. I was doing that winter cleanup, right?
Yes,
you're
doing winter cleanup. Sure.
I went to the leadership course and I came home and I did a community project. And then he messaged me and he was like, I like what you're doing for the community, what. And then he said, hey, when I'm in winter, can I come see you and I talk to you about something? And it just so happened the day he came, Andrew Hughes was by my house.
No, you called Andrew Hughes. You waited for him. Yeah.
He was coming.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So then she called Drew. He said, come through as well. And we just ended up talking about this idea of doing a podcast. But I didn't know it's going to be everyday Gents or one week. It was just an idea that I wanted to do. We were supposed to talk about it, But it could have been going in any other direction. So at the same time, I was still staying in Phoenix by that time. So... if you could see Melissa's face. So when I was staying in Phoenix, I used to see because I was spending Amhlanga, Times Square and everything. So I ended up tuning in and said, bro, I want to do a podcast. And he kept on saying, yeah, no, whatever. And then fast forward, we ended up saying, okay, he came back to me like, okay, bro, let's do it. So the first day we did the podcast, we didn't have any vision. We didn't have any nothing. We just had a camera.
What's that voice? No.
Yeah. We just had a camera because I do photography. I'm like, all right, I got a camera, I got the lights. What else we got? Okay, cool, let's start it. That's why audio was bad and everything. We were hustling and we were buying along. And that's how the podcast started, bro. As I said, episode 0, we were on too much gin. We were saying our own things, bro. And then he said to me, he said, we're going to have to cut out a few things over here.
But look at it. If you watch the American podcast, like I was telling you about Gents, even the Club Shay Shay and all that, what do?
Yeah.
They drink.
They drink and they chew.
It's more to relax.
Yeah,
like if you listen, I watch Gents a lot, and their formula is working because now they got like this massive table, right? And every drink there is sponsored.
Yeah.
Like it's Diddy's brand or it's Rick Ross's brand or Wiz Khalifa's brand. Everything of theirs is in the table. So that space is basically used for advertising.
For advertising, sure.
So, and bro, if you are a big hip hop fan that I know, to listen to the stories of hip hop, bro, you've got to watch Scott Storch.
When he spoke about Dre and everything,
Yeah.
wow, he let Dre down. And I watched that one there.
Oh, it's
Like the drugs and everything. And then Dre asked him, how do you, whatever. And then
he collapsed.
Yeah.
He collapsed in the studio.
Yeah.
Like they were busy making music. And
Yeah.
he said he was so high and dehydrated from partying constantly, just collapsed. But there is the other side to it where, like, people are saying like Spotify, they pay for Spotify to listen to these podcasts, but in the podcast there's advertising. Like if you listen to Diary of a CEO.
I love that guy's show, bro.
The interview done with Brailsford.
Yeah.
It was a top.
Yeah.
So very insightful.
Yeah. That was when you're still under the cycling thing.
Yeah.
Because the way they put it out, it's as if when he just signed for Man United. You
Yeah.
look at it like a year ago. So I'm like, okay. But it still was a luck.
It was like the when he speaks, like even though the analogy is on sports, but when you listen to it and if you're business minded, I caught a lot of that, bro. And like I left that episode feeling like, okay, today I've learned something.
Because a lot of it that he speaks about is about your mentality, it's about the mind and conditioning of the mind.
Yeah.
Conditioning of So, whatever field you're in, there's even another guy. I actually, after watching that Diary of a CEO, I went and bought the book. What's this guy's name? I see that David Brailsford is in my mind now. What's the name of this book? The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel.
Yeah.
That guy came on the show and he's just talking. I'm like, bro, I have to go and buy this whole book. And I bought it at the airport. Don't ever buy anything at the airport. Don't ever buy anything at the airport. That thing was so expensive, bro. I thought, no, this is the price of the book. Hey, when I buy to what's this other stores here? Not CNA, it's Come Books, but Come Books is a Christian thing. But anyway, when you can buy whatever, I'm seeing, hey, this thing is actually a lot cheaper. But anyway, that's worth the crown. So yeah, bro, that's the story about how we started. And you asked me,
wait, I don't know what's Bezos' version now of how it started. Because you told me this.
He's similar, but he said what did he say? He said he was talking with other people. I don't know what the other people were. He was talking with other people. Basically, it's like I had the idea, my own, he had the idea on his own, right? For me, it doesn't matter. That's the main thing.
You started something.
We started,
and not just started, you're sustaining it.
Yeah, 100%. So imagine if it just stayed an idea. That would have been sad. So how it started for me, we might have a little bit conflicting views, but the main thing is that we started, we're sustaining.
Yeah, he's gonna watch his interviews and message me on WhatsApp. Like, listen, bro.
This is how it actually started.
Yeah, don't believe it. Don't believe that guy. I will sit with him one day on the show and I'll ask him to, okay, what's your version of events?
Yeah. But like say, you asked me also, where do we see this thing going? First and foremost, to be very honest, right? We actually had an argument about this with one of the guests that we had brought on. Because I said the first goal should be to get monetized. Because when we get monetized, we can do a lot more. We can go and buy a podcast mixer with the proper mics, with the proper arms and everything that will make the show a lot better. We can go and rent an actual studio where we can have a central place to do everything, right? So the guest that we wanted to bring on is very controversial. Now we have a vision for things, and we have a thing in terms of what we stand for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this guest's controversialness, his controversialness went against that. But I'm like, look, this person is very popular, and if this person can share this episode on their platform, more people will be able to see us, and when they watch us, they can watch us for what we stand for. You know, so let us try. We haven't tried it before. Let us try that. Right?
Things like that do pique people's interest. Like I was talking to Marvin. Linda did a remix of Pluto Day. I think it's Tyler's song, and they also did a Candy Station at Hallelujah. And the week that they released that song is the week that the original track went gold. Overseas. And I sent him a message, I screenshot that post, and I said to him, this is going to give you traction. So that's basically what you wanted, is to gain traction. And viewership as well.
Yeah. So to get closer to that goal, so that we can start, you know, having something that we can invest back into. Because right now we're using our own crown.
Yeah, it's always like that in the beginning.
Yeah, we're using our own crown for everything. We're still trying to source, as I said, we're still trying to source a place, to an actual location to be able to do this. We're still trying to source better mics and stuff. But after that, when we get to that point of actually saying, okay, we've got this, we've got a big enough following, we want to start approaching sponsors, you know, to be able to associate with the brand. But we want to approach local sponsors, you know, because we feel like the Everyday Gents is a local brand. That's why we always say, for the gully, by the gully.
I like that. I like that. And because you are Wentworth boy, this is a Wentworth boy. You from that Raj. Let me swallow. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that you're doing a good thing in terms of when people look at Wentworth, they portray us as that. You know what I mean? Everything bad is associated with Wentworth. So when you bring the guest on and you bring in guys from the gully that are top gents, you know what I mean? So it sheds good light on, like, there's not only bad going on in Wentworth. And yeah, bro, I grew up in Wentworth. I'm a stand-up guy. The guys are associated with stand-up guys. So it's not just what people see or getting their WhatsApp groups or on Facebook. There's much more to Wentworth than what goes on. Yeah. A few years ago, I was talking to someone, I can't remember the guy's name. And he said to me, he says, do you know in the South Basin, like he's talking about this area, there's more than 2 billion rand in wealth. There's more than 2 billion rand in wealth. Like people that are from Wentworth, that own companies, and there's this 2 billion rand. And we need to showcase that there's promise, there's progress. You know what I mean? And yeah, like, I've been following you all for a while because obviously, as you spoke about earlier on, that Gizo wanted me on a while back. And I've been looking at the guests that you'll have, and then I'm like, no, good on you. Now you got to realize that this is now your vessel. To push anything going forward, this is the vessel. I'll give you an example. When social media started popping off, you would phone a DJ. I don't know if DJs still do it now. But straight over the phone, listen, I've got 5,000 followers on Twitter. I've got X amount on Facebook, X amount on Instagram. And that's how you can pump up your own numbers.
Thank you for vindicating me, Cleo. Finally, I won that battle. Let's just admit it right here. You mentioned there's about 2 billion rand so in the South Basin, right? I was talking about this to another friend of mine, not on the show, just in general.
Yeah.
And we are talking about colored people and where they sit on the wealth chain in terms of ownership. And if you look at it, I just want your view. If you look at it, bro, if you look at white people, obviously white people are top of the chain, right?
Yeah.
They came in
historically.
historically, right? They came in here with all the ideas, everything, okay? And now with BEE and stuff, we're seeing more black billionaires coming out of South Africa and more black business owners and stuff, right? Also, Indian people have always been business minded and stuff like that.
Muslims as well.
I was just gonna say Muslims. I don't know if you want to class them as a race or what, but we put them there.
You get to say Arab.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, carry on out.
But the thing what we don't see or what we don't hear about, let's put it like that, because just like you said, Wentworth has stand-up guys, but you don't really hear about them. You're not exposed because of the stigma around Wentworth. But we don't hear about colored men or women being the owners of big businesses. You'll hear about a colored person owning a mechanical shop or a beauty salon. You know that, but that's as far as it goes. But you don't hear that. What's your thoughts on that? Why do you think we're struggling with that?
Firstly, I've got to say, bro, like COVID has brought out the entrepreneurs and colored people massively. People like, and this is just one name off the top of my head, is Karen Stewart.
Okay.
She's done amazing things from the time COVID started. Or like people like Karen.
Now the Esther guy got shout out Terrence.
Yeah. Like as I'm saying, like Karen.
Esther guy got some people, bro.
Yeah, there we go. But my thoughts on it is that quite perverse. But anyway, these older, richer coloreds, who are they mentoring? Are they mentoring the next generation? Because it's easy to mentor your family, pull them into the family business, but who outside of that are they mentoring? Because if you, let's say for instance, you got an interest in law and you studied towards your law degree, maybe you're doing it UNIS or whatever, and you go and you knock 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 on doors, someone's gonna hire you there. But if someone has a law firm, will they hire you? You know what I mean? So to continue or grow the legacy of colored people doing well, we've got to mentor the next generation. Because if you sit and talk to a lot of these balis, they know they are onions, bro. They know their thing when it comes to business, but they don't want to give no one that
But
knowledge.
can I tell you a reason I think, right? A few episodes ago, we had Ramon on, remember? And Ramon spoke about giving colored people the opportunity, giving colored people a chance to better themselves.
Yeah.
And 90% of the time, they're fighting.
You see, because
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Because I'll give you an example. I work for a Japanese company, a car company. I even know who it is. And there was this kid that came in, colored kid, young. And in the first week of work, he came to work high.
Look at that.
First week.
Like, and don't you have to do tests and all that over there?
So I get why people, like businesses, are apprehensive sometimes, because it's not you in your mind, you coming to me as the business owner, you think I'm doing you a favor, but I'm investing in you.
Yeah.
And no one, let me say, I heard this term from a white lawyer previously. He says no one backs a three-legged horse in a race. You know what I mean? No one backs a three-legged horse, bro. So if you want that person to go to the ends of the earth for you, you've got to go to the ends of the earth for that person.
100%. And it's also the same, it's similar to what Blended said when they were struggling to get into the industry, because I asked them, what's it like for a colored boy or just person breaking into an industry that's predominantly not colored people, right? And they said,
tell a story after this.
Yeah. And they said, except bro, like when they went to one of the shows, it was actually one of the short clips that we use on TikTok. The people are like, hey, you're from Wentworth. Hey, no, already there's an association of, but these are stand-up guys, you know what I mean? But there's already that association of where you come from, what that represents. So therefore, you're going to come and bring these type of people to our events. And
there was I'm not going to mention names. This guy did like a DJ school, right? So when he did the DJ school, he bought all the equipment, vinyls, whatever, and he was taking the lights off and like teaching them how to play. But he had rules, right? If you don't go to school, you can't come here. If I catch you walking around at 12 o'clock when you're supposed to be in school, you can't come here. So he kept him on a line, right? So anyway, he knew this white guy that throws parties, like top house parties, deep house parties and stuff. And he literally took his own money, bought all his kids' tickets. Some of them were older than 18. Bought all of them tickets. I think the ticket was like 150, maybe there was like 10 of them. And he took them to this party. And he was very close with this white guy. And the guy pulled him one side. And he says, how can you bring these people to my event? Like, that deflates you.
Yeah.
It deflates you because you're not asking me, hey, like, who are these guys?
Who are,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not doing it in a proper manner. You're already condescending when you're asking me, why you bring these people here? You know what I mean? So, back to the point where I said, you're changing that vision of what colored people are. Now, Blended has got Malibu. They've been there for a year. That place is packed out every weekend with what? Colored people. When we were doing parties, they said, we want you to bring yours people. Why? When white people go out, they go out at 8, 11, they're drunk, they're gone home.
Yeah.
Literally. They say black people don't really spend money, which I think that's a lie. Now,
They spend.
Colored people spend the most when they're out. It's nothing for us. Well, I don't drink, so. But it's nothing for a group of colored people, guys or girls, whatever. Maybe 4 of you or 5 of you to spend 3,000 rand. You know what I mean? Can't be this.
3,000 only 2 bottles of that.
Yeah, look at that. They were, you know how much tea that is for me.
Yes.
But yeah, back to you.
Why don't you drop, bro? You used to drop?
I used to drop
a lot.
Yeah, I stopped drinking about 26 years.
You?
6 years. And just let me give you a crazy story. The day I stopped drinking, right, was the 1st of September. And that's my wife's birthday. But we weren't going out at that time.
It's a bit after.
It's a bit off.
How beautiful.
You think you would have met her if you're still dropping?
I don't think so. Like, I remember when we were just busy chatting, and she said to me, so, like, why you haven't asked me for my number? You know, you in the DM, so they're thinking you're busy with other things and stuff. And I said to her to come right. I couldn't. You can't, in terms of relationships, you can't go from a hot mess and then you think you're okay, and then the next relationship is a hot mess, and then you go and then you're not giving yourself time to be you and heal and stuff. So yeah, I said to her, I said no, I needed to come right and know in my head that this is something that
So when did you start keeping the pen? From the time that you still in the DMs, or
no?
First of all, what made you go with a pen on the first date, bro?
Bro, I just
Do you know that story about the pen?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I'll tell you the story. It was our second date, right? And I remember it was the night of the July. So what happened was I knew town was going to be packed. So we went up to Schlanger and went on the site. And the same jeans, these jeans here I'm wearing.
How many years?
Got this pen in my pocket. I'm like, it better not break. And then I'm left there and it's already here. So every time she tried to walk the side, I start acting romantic. Can't I'm protecting the pen.
Why, bro?
And then I just thought it would be a good analogy. So, end of the date, we go to the car park and I pull a pen out. Now, this pen, it's a normal black big pen, but it got brown tape on it. Like it was broken. I taped it. Yeah. And then I said to her, I pull a pen out of my pocket and I said, listen, do you see this? Yes. I said, can you see that it's broken? Yes. It's a pen that probably wrote lies, probably a pen that tried to scratch out things that it wrote before. But I said to her, if you look at this pen closely, there's enough ink to write another story.
Sure.
So when you're ready, write our story. And that's the same pen I signed my marriage.
She was sold. She was sold. Which woman is not going to be sold by that?
She told me, she said to me when she got home and she told her mother the story, her sister was there. And this was like, what is that about? And the mother's like, oh!
I'm telling you. Yeah, yo, lady, you playing.
And I literally told the photographer, I was like, bro, listen here, there's a pin in the wedding. You've got to take a picture of this pin. And
in your wedding photos?
If you go on my Facebook page, the background is actually the pin. Pin and the two rings.
Wow.
It's even like the way we started talking, bro. I look back at it now and I start laughing. So I was part of this like men's group, right? And they were busy with like orphanages and stuff. And the one orphanage needed a washing machine. And then I saw she posted a washing machine. I'm like, yo, finally I can talk to her about something. Anyway, I asked about the washing machine, and then next minute I was like, hey, but anyway, how are you? And started talking, and then a month later I said, hey, you still got the stove? And she said, that's how interested you were. That it was actually a washing machine,
not a stove.
And I said, that's how interested you were. You never mocked it as sold. So yeah, here we are, 5 years later, married and happy.
100%, man. That is an amazing story, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Look at that. Bro, this conversation just went.
I have something to ask, right? And I saw you were part of a debate on Facebook a few weeks ago. Marlon, you.
Which Marlon?
Victoria Split.
Oh. I thought you were going to say Garba.
Posted that. Okay, I don't remember the post, but it was along the lines of all the clubs, 90% of the music that's played now is amapiano.
Yeah.
And I spoke with a lady that's living on the property here too, and she just came from the clubs this weekend, and she was like, it was nice to get out. However, we left one place to go to another place and see the exact same music at a different time. People don't go out anymore unless they're drunk already because they're listening to the same thing over and over and over again.
Wait.
Now, in my mind, these DJs have different sets to play different genres, right? However, you don't get to hear the other genres because it's
no, but let me tell you why I stopped before you answer that. Why I stopped going to the clubs, because Claire knows I'm a hip hop head. Back in my time, you would be hard pressed to find a Durban club that's gonna play hip hop. All you ever heard was, "It's a special occasion." And then change. You know, I'm like, come on, bro. Can you give it a break? So it's just a new version of the old thing, bro. In my opinion. What's yours, bro?
My thing is it's what's popping. It's what's popping. Like a lot of guys that I know that played hip hop are now playing amapiano because a hip hop won't get you a set. It won't get you a spot in a club. Listen, and my wife always tells me, like, why you don't like amapiano? I'm like, it's not that. It's that I can only take so
much of it. Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't want to go to a club and hear 4 DJs play the same thing. And the thing is with amapiano, it's got a certain, you know what I mean? So even if the songs are different, it sounds similar.
Doing the same moves the whole night. My thighs are sore because I'm fingering all night now. Waking up in the morning like I was in a fight, but I was just fingering for too long.
I would say this, yeah, and I would advocate for it. How many new musicians have brought?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, South Africa has given the world a brand new genre.
Okay.
And that's difficult to do.
It's difficult to do There's a guy, German DJ, his name is Hyena. And he says, you don't know what's going on in South Africa. They're the only country that every 4 years they give us a new genre.
Mm.
You know what I mean? First it was before this was what Gom.
Mm.
It was Gom. Everybody was playing Gom. But because of the levels that Gom goes to, not everybody can live there. Yes. So I like that it's.
Did you ever go to Explosion? Did you ever go to Explosion?
Mm-mm.
So there's a reunion beach.
Yeah.
Where everyone, all the colored people and the black people would gather on a Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah.
And everybody would just lean and take pills and listen to Gom all night. No. On the beach. It was rough.
Not my thing.
It was rough.
My wife said to me, she's like, why don't you like amapiano? And I'm like, listen, I've been to many different clubs with many different types of music, from your trance music to your deep house, your hip hop, to, you know, all that. And I said, it'll look hypocritical sometimes because I might not listen to that genre in my car or in my house or whatever. But if I go to an event and it's playing, I'm gonna vibe. That's what I went out for. Same like if I went to a trance party or hardstyle house party, I'm vibing, but I'm not gonna drive home playing that music. One of the best parties I've ever been to was the DDC, Durban Designer Collective, right? What bro, this was next level. They had a party in a warehouse. Like a literal, not a club, a warehouse. And literally, like, from where we're sitting, see where that fence is?
Yeah.
There was a shop there.
Yo.
So it was on the harbor. So they took like 1/4 of this place and they made it into like your bar area, and the rest of it was a dance floor.
What?
And the music wasn't my style of music, but I left there, my ears were ringing.
I used to like to go to Wagon Wheel in the club.
Yeah.
Same story. Coming home, store because you're jumping at the right people.
And it's created more lanes for people.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at that.
But I wanna ask you this here. You know, you said South Africa's created a lot of genres of music, right? But why do you think our own genre, brain funk music, hasn't went past 1999? Often, and there's been proof for me personally, there's been more dope artists than CRO, Storm Squad. You know, it's hard to get more dope artists than Storm Squad, but there has been Jet Wentworth, for example. And let's talk about, okay, I know you're going to talk about hip hop not being popular anymore, but Jet Wentworth and those guys, they're doing different things. They're adding amapiano elements to it. They're making a new sound for brain funk, bro.
Yeah.
With the pharmacy. But it's not. There's like this Keanu and all from Sydenham as well that's doing, but it's not.
Biggie Lovedale.
Bro. You know what I like say?
That man is the killer Mike of Sydenham Heights.
100%, bro.
Finish.
He'll go down as one of the greatest artists out of South Africa to ever do brain funk.
Bro. I listened to the first track I heard of his. I'm like, okay. Then I heard another song of his. I was like, what? Then I listened to, have you heard the Killer Mike's album, Michael? The Grammy winning. Bro, that album was.
Haven't yet.
But his cadence, his flow, same. Same. Why brain funk didn't make it to the level that people think it would is because our slang don't translate.
Wait. Let me tell you why I feel there's an argument to be had there. Because do you know this Lighty Kelly's that's on TikTok? I'm a Durbanite. Of course.
No, now it's changed because you've got those elements to change it.
Yeah.
You've got the social media to now understand our slang. Back in the day, the only way you were going to hear TRO was if you bought the CD. You didn't hear anybody else speak like that if you in Annandale in Joburg, if you're on the Cape Flats in Cape Town, if you in White Blocks in.
But it didn't even get out of Durban, bro. And Charos, Dakios, Vitos speak our slang, bro. They're all like aware. If you say aware to anyone.
If you ever speak to Jets again, ask him, he wants Laches in Durban. with Brain Funk. Got to Joburg. He didn't win because they told him we can't understand what you're saying. So and I even used to say to him, I said, bro, switch it up. Make it something like
that's
palatable. People
palatable.
used to hate and AKA is in peace. But when he spoke with a colored accent. He never put anything on, but he spoke English. So where he was understood globally. You know what I mean? Casper would only get as far as Nigeria because of the Bible. Yeah, I know you had to put.
And he smacked TRO too.
Yeah.
He oversmacked TRO. There was a time we went to.
There's a video of him in Zoom in the basement.
Exactly. There was a time we went to Zoom in the basement. Anwar hooked it up because we were performing in Florida Road, right? And he's like, hey, where are we going after this? And Anwar said, like, come this side over here. Bro, the old vibe there, he literally took the mic. They played, hey, Owens, what kind? He just, obviously he was out of his mind. Yeah. He just took the mic. The mic's not connected. Nothing. And we fucking with Bevan Bond and them, like they had a table. They had like the VIP section and all that, right? The Bonham boys. So we came with it, AKA the Ocean. Hey, come in, park here with us, whatever. So we also had a VIP section. This O's chill, bro. Parking with the O's, like I say, on the stage, on the table. Only I didn't give a damn who that is, AKA, bro. TRO came on the manners day. So we loved that Brain Funk music, but it just, for some reason, didn't like. And if you listen to some of his songs, he does add one or two.
Especially that one that he did with Youngster.
Yeah.
Youngster. But you see now, with Youngster as well, Khaled speak Afrikaans. Only here in KZN, Khaled don't speak Afrikaans.
How many minutes? 4.
So his music translates, but he's also he's sick when he flows. He is absolutely. I think him and Stogie T are two of the best lyricists in South Africa. You can have an argument with me.
No, I agree with you. I also think the new lights is like A-Reef and his bro Just Jody are also dope. Just that, you know, the language that they choose to speak in is not going down well with most South Africans. Yeah, but I think they also dope.
I think too it's also because we got 13 different languages. So it's hard. Like they always say in Limpopo that the vendor artists are not noticed. But where else do they speak vendor? You know what I mean? Like what's that guy's name? Penny.
Yeah,
Penny. About how there's tribalism and all that. But if 500,000 people are speaking vendor and you want to go all over the country, no one's going to understand.
Yeah.
Like remember, what's that Gundam Style? People are just a craze, right? Remember? And he was getting booked in America constantly, right? But people only knew that song. Beyond that, people didn't know. So you might get away with it where something is popular, but beyond that, what's the plan? You know what I mean? So it's constantly, I've been saying this for a while, and Sanks and him will all advocate for that. So play the new music. Play and like help your brother out. You know what I mean? I know I would say Daz does it. Daz used to do it a lot with the hip hop artists like Princeton, and then he would throw in a song in the sets and stuff. So that's what's gotta go on. Especially like there's a radio station in Windsor now.
Happy Valley.
Yes, so instead of calling your DJs, call the artists. Post for the artists. Tell them, listen, if you got something that's you got a song out, it's legit, you got no samples in it, you know how that works. Let's play your music.
They've started doing this.
They put this Lighty Harley on. Hey, this Lighty Harley is the future, bro. You heard of him?
I've heard of Ali.
Bro.
My friend Waylon sent me a link. Ali had a song a few years ago on YouTube.
Yeah, 10111. Oh, that light is fire, bro. I really hope that, you know, things can change in terms of, because when you listen to music like amapiano and stuff, right? Again, even us here as colored people, when amapiano first landed, we were kind of resistant, we were apprehensive towards it, right? But repetition makes you get used to something, bro. You can probably sing a few of the songs that come on Coco Melon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can probably sing a few of the songs. You know why? Because repetition. So if you're just going to play a person's track once. That track that Ali got now, Bram Swak, Bram out, Bram Swak. That's a club joint, bro. You know what I mean?
It's what I wanted to say. It's also like when you book in the artist, I don't book the lighty for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people doing events. Put him on for 15 minutes. Let people see, let people vibe to him, because sometimes there could be a disconnect of when you're just listening and when someone's performing. There's a difference, bro. That's why people go to concerts. So put the O's on.
Can I tell you something else in my experience that we also found what set Freeway Society apart from most of the other, because there was other local O's that were Dalrin here as well. We won't mention names, right? We would go and do a lot of gigs for free.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Some of our O's now, they feel like I got a hit song, you're not even giving me nothing, I'll hold this with you. So Freeway Society will go and do the show for free. That's another problem.
But let me pose this to you. Are they aligned with mainstream when they say I have a hit? You know what I mean? Because a hit now means you've got streams on Spotify. People are downloading your song of DistroKid or whatever, and you telling me, listen, 100 people heard my song. So all the goals aligned.
Yeah, that's how we are using daughter files.
Yeah, I should use daughter files.
You could take one phone and go on 20,000 times, and it's like, hey, you got 20,000. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I was doing things like that, going on downloading from one. Nowadays you can't do that. One stream is one stream of whatever.
Yeah. Well, there's been things where people say, well, there's like people sitting in rooms with like 20.
It's a real thing, bro.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. I actually know a bra that's doing that now. They're buying all these phones. They got in a room there and they're just doing that.
But
it's a real thing.
It's not illegal. It's gonna give you traction. You know what I mean? Because as I said to you previously, when we are hiring DJs and social media pops up, it's like, I've got so many viewers here, I've got so many this and that. It's gonna get you what you want. So if you pay me, I'll
open the windows, bruh. I'm even feeling
so. If you pay me, I'll sit and I'll watch every day, Gents, all day. I've got uncapped at all.
Yeah, make the cat watch it, make the dog watch it. But the owners coming to pick up the trash, say, come and watch.
Do you think there's like a genuine formula for success in South Africa in the music industry that maybe that our people should follow?
Yeah, bro. You look, this is what I've learned, right? South Africa has always been copy paste. That was the formula. Survivor South Africa, Idols SA, The Voice, everything. The only original things you can get out of South Africa is Generations and Belapi. You know what I mean, bro?
I blew it.
You can watch this going, hey, you stupid. Yeah, those type of things, So that was being the formula. But even amapiano was a little bit copy paste because they copied for me a little bit of lounge music and house music element. They just added the
Afro beat type,
But for me, it's that plus repetition, bro. For me, repetition is everything. Even if you go to the gym, if you just go to the gym for 1 week, you're not going to see results. You're going to stop vying. But if you keep going and doing the same thing, repetition, you'll see results. So for our people, I notice a lot of things, like as I'm speaking about some of these artists, right now, I still don't see them posting that same song that they put out 3 months ago. They're not pushing it. This other, I called you and you came in here, I said, Clayo. The old that actually singing, the old that actually sings that hook, Mayo, doom.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. That song of his, he had that song for 3 years. He put it out. Every single time he kept putting that song.
Speedster.
It's a Speedster
featuring
that old day that sings that same Mayo. I forgot his name. But he had his own song that was big. For 3 years, he'd been putting that song out. And it wasn't popping, but he kept putting it out until he got, I think it was Ambitious or someone at the time. And then they were able to help put that song out. But if he just gave up on that song, we would have Frank Casino. That's his name.
Oh, yes.
Frank, we would have never known about. Is he?
He's a Durban boy, I think.
We would have never known about Frank Casino. So even there's other people here. Actually, there's this other Lighty from the Ridge, and he's got his Cherry as well. They did a song, bro. It's called Closer. For me, bro, that song is a colored anthem, bro. And that Cherry can sing it and it all right. He's okay on the track. But that song, they even did a video, top video, bro. Everything. But the video got like about 1,000 plays and in class. Riggs, for example, if I was Riggs, I would still be pushing the way we tune till now, even though it's got 100 and something. What's the next thing? Let's get it to a mil. You know, push it till now, because you think the people that are here are tired of listening to it, but dude, that's only 100 and something thousand people here. What about
the internet's a
you know place, what I mean, bro?
And you can't, like what I said to you. What's the plan? What's the plan? Like, I'll give you an example. When that UK show Top Boy was, I think, like the '1 show in the world. What Drake did? He used grime beats for his album. You know,
because that's what was
going on. And what he did as well, he went on the show as well. I think he did feature in the episode or two. But there's a strategy of doing things. You can't just say, I'm gonna go in this year and make a banger. Yeah, but what you do? How are you marketing that? Because same thing what I said to you. This is your vessel. You gotta know how to move it forward. Because it's sitting there with you and you're like, yeah, it's a banger. Yeah, but how are you getting it there? You know what I mean? And that's what I'll go back to what I said. Or what they're considering a banger in line with what the rest of South Africa or the music industry is considering a banger. Because you might have it, but you're marketing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hope that the guys wise up, because as I'm saying, there's serious talent.
Yeah.
There's serious talent. Like, yeah, bro, if Biggie Lovedale watching this, my man.
Yeah.
I think he won the Cotton Fest. He won the Cotton Fest competition and Open. Yeah, in Durban. I think that guy really puts his arm to the wheel. He can take it to another level.
And he does watch, because I met up with him. And I've been a fan from Storm Squad days. Then they transitioned to Squad 6, some of the members and everything, right? So I met up with him. And I'm thinking, hey, should I buy up to this? Oh, I met up with him in the gym, right? And I'm thinking, should I buy up to this? Oh, except when I was walking to him, he already came to me, had his hand out. He's like, hey, except now I follow him on Facebook and everything. I'm thinking, hey, maybe this audio remember me from Facebook. Because what I did was I actually did a track called Leak, right? And it was from one of my all-time favorite songs, Ghost Jump from Storm Squad. I don't know if you remember 1999, Ghost Jump. What we're gonna do? So I used one of the verses as like the melody, and I did my own to that. But I asked for permission. I said, this is the track that you did. I did my own original beats, everything, own version. Can I use this track? Sent it to Garrett, was always sent it to the old, and the Ocean said this track is no black and no flop. So I thought, okay, maybe. You know what I mean? But he came to me and he said, I watch your show, bro. What you're doing is mad or whatever. So I took his number down and I said, Biggie, hopefully one day, bro, you can come on the show and we can tune. But yeah, bro, I just think O's like that are mad dope, but they need more. And Big and them are pushing, bro. It's not to say they're not pushing.
They do.
They're pushing, bro.
Those even up till now, I think they still like copy CDs and selling.
Yeah, they still got their own website up and running. I still go and check the websites as well. Squad 6, they load their mixtapes on there. They load their stuff on there. So
no, more power to them, bro. I mean, if you got the talent, all you need is the formula. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that have the talent but don't know what to do with it, as I was alluding to earlier on. So let's hope that someone can listen to this and listen to maybe the name that we spoke of and say, listen, let me reach out to this guy. Let me show him what to do. Because we've got colored people that have been in the music industry for years. I mean, sorry to, like, Tino. Let's not forget Tino. Jonathan Butler has taken him Annie Smith and showed him this is how you do it. You know what I mean? That kid's always been talented, but now he knows how it must go. So let's hope there's more like that.
Yeah, let's also have more events that will give people an opportunity to express themselves, like how we did back in the days. Remember, we had these dance comms. I know people are gonna say, "Yeah, Wentworth is not as safe." We don't have to have it in Wentworth, you know. But let's have. I think also collaborative efforts, bro. There's so many talented people. Look at yourself. You've got a business mind. You've got a creative mind. There's so many talented people, bro, that we can say, Gents, let's do. We want to actually do an event, by the way. You asked what's next. We want to do an event. I don't want to say the idea of it on camera because somebody
We'll talk off.
yeah,
We'll talk off.
yeah,
We'll talk off.
somebody will just steal it. But we want to do an event, and we're gonna do an event. But like I said, we're just trying to get the proper equipment to make the event lacquer. But let's end it there. Ladies, bro, please, we have to have another. we have to have another sit down like this. There's so, like I said, there's so many things we could have touched on and spoken about, and I'm sure the viewers are also feeling the same.
Yeah.
I can already feel people are like, no, we have to have another episode like this.
No, yeah, we touched on a lot, but it was just touch. Yeah, we will go. I'll probably make another appearance here, as long as it lines up with my schedule and your schedule.
2025, ladies and gentlemen.
A once a year special. Hey guys, thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you, bro.
Nice.
I would have offered my left hand, but I'm not left.
I'm actually left-handed, but anyway.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Thank you for having me, and yes, I will be back sometime in the future.
Please like, share, subscribe with your people. We're trying to get to 300.
Show some love.
Oh, you want me to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out. Peace, love, joy, like a river, mountain, fountain. We out.
Why?